This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Now, when people think of titles, when they think of who's the best and all this kind of thing, see, so many people have their own opinion. Some people say the best title is the WBA because it's the oldest one, okay? Others will say it's the WBC because the likes of Muhammad Ali and Lennox Lewis held this particular title in very, very high regard, okay? And again, a lot of people will say as to who is the best in the division based on the sanctioning body. But for many fighters and many true boxing fans alike, look past the sanctioning bodies. Okay, it doesn't matter how many titles you've got. You can have one title or all four titles. Okay, but if you don't have the Ring magazine, then you're not 100% the best out there. You've got a very good case, all right? But the Ring magazine, for many fighters and fans alike, very, very true boxing fans, will put the Ring magazine as the title to hold. Okay, now, when Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko, not only did he get the WBO, the WBA, the super version, of course, the IBF, the IBO, but he also got the title of lineal. There's no physical title, but it's the highest rank. And he also got the Ring magazine belt, okay? So that made him number one in the division. Of course, when he went AWOL with all his personal problems, he ended up losing all those titles. He couldn't defend the IBF because he agreed to a rematch, so they stripped him because he couldn't fight Glazkov, etc. Okay, and then he ended up having to vacate the WBO and the WBA. Okay, and of course the IBO. Now the Ring magazine, they were the last ones to take the title off Tyson Fury. He was given that title to show that he's number one, because Ring magazine and lineal, they almost go hand in hand. They're not the same thing, but they almost go hand in hand. So the Ring magazine belt is the belt to have. It's almost like the people's champion, okay? And that's why many fighters want that belt, because to hold the Ring magazine, that makes you number one effectively as far as the fans go, and of course boxing experts alike. Now, when Tyson Fury, he got stripped of that title due to inactivity, they kind of said, listen, you know, you've been out for a very, very long time. We'd love you to keep the title, but because you've been out of the ring for so long, and yes, we know you're about to come back, but you're not going to come back and defend it against a worthy contender. So therefore, okay, so you're going to end up fighting Safer Seferi. I don't think that Safer Seferi was actually announced at that point, but it said you're not going to come back and take on a Joshua, are you? Or a Wilder, or a Dillian White, or a Luis Ortiz, or whoever. You're going to take on a journeyman. So therefore, we're going to take that title off you for now, and we're now going to hold it for number one versus number two. So a lot of you guys would have realised that when Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fought, the Ring magazine title was not on the line. Much like it wasn't on the line when Anthony Joshua took on Joseph Parker. Even though it was champion versus champion, it still was not on the line because they viewed it as number one, Anthony Joshua needs to fight number two, Deontay Wilder. Okay, then that belt will be on the line. Not because it's undisputed or anything like that, but because they raked it as the true champion of the heavyweight division. Now, Tyson Fury, of course, he had a couple of comeback fights and everything, and then he took on Deontay Wilder, and they didn't put it on the line because they didn't put Tyson Fury as number one or number two at that time because they didn't quite know where he was. Now, because he dominated and should have won against Deontay Wilder, the Ring magazine have promoted in their rankings Tyson Fury to number two in the world. So Anthony Joshua is now number one, Tyson Fury number two, Deontay Wilder number three. So for example, now, even though they said before, Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, we will then release the belt, it will be on the line, okay? If Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fought, if Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder fought now, that belt would not be on the line, even though it's for undisputed, because for them, it's not number one versus number two anymore, if that makes sense. Anyway, hopefully you guys are keeping with me on this one. So because now they have moved Tyson Fury up above Deontay Wilder, because everybody within there voted and believed that Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, and he did. He really, really did. He should be WBC heavyweight champion of the world right now. And just while we're on the subject, I know I said before, on a few occasions before the Wilder fight, that I felt that Tyson Fury, while he had the title of lineal, it's not a physical title as I said, but while he had the ranking as number one being lineal, I felt that he shouldn't really have been lineal. That's pretty much what I felt, because he wasn't defending his linealship against anybody of any kind of great note. So had he come back and lost to Seferi or Francesco Pianetta, these guys would have effectively been lineal, which is complete garbage. So for me, I put the lineal as a vacant. Okay, listen, I'm in no position to put any title anywhere, but in my own mind, I put it as vacant. But because he fought it against, because he fought against another champion in Deontay Wilder, for me, lineal was kind of on the line. It was on the line. And I felt that because Tyson Fury won, he then earned that linealship back, even though he never lost it. Anyway, that's just me. Tyson, you now have permission to be lineal, right? Anyway, so now it's a case of, because they all felt that Tyson Fury won that fight, Deontay Wilder has dropped in the rankings. So if Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fight now, the Ring Magazine belt will be on the line. Deontay Wilder cannot fight for the Ring Magazine belt because they all felt that he lost that fight. So therefore, in their mind, he is not number one or number two in the world. He may well hold the title, but he's a paper champion. They have confirmed it now that Deontay Wilder is a paper champion. Tyson Fury is the rightful WBC heavyweight champion and number two in the world. So, anyway, you drop your thoughts about it, click that thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.